Hello, storyteller, storytelling run. All right, I'm going to be doing something a little interesting here. Hopefully, this will be like a live thing. This is about engineering, upgrading in Christians in space, like engineering spaceship stuff or upgrading their spaceship. So, this is how to do it. And I've done a little bit of it in the game with players, but I'm actually going to do it on my own here, but based on their setting. Because I told the two of the players that we should do a session where they just sit around and engineer, upgrade their ship, because they're like, oh, we keep getting beat in the ship battles. They never like technically lose the battles, but they get a lot of damage on their ship, and it's costly. And I think that's awesome. I'm sort of in the Star Wars. Well, even in Star Trek, you see when they have ship battles, things get damaged. Their ships get damaged, parts get damaged, and then they got to role play going around looking to replace those parts. And I think that is awesome in this game. I love how this works in this game, and they hate fighting in spaceship battles because they get worked, but they don't necessarily die or lose. They just lose parts of their ship, and it's a fun thing. And I've had and in this game it's so cool. They run around in the ship while they're fighting, they have a. Here, let me just show you real quick. I just love this system, man. I just want to play more of it. And it gives me these Star Wars, it gives me that Star Warsy adventure sense. So in this one battle I just did, and it's on the show. Look, this is a spaceship battle. They had a starfighter here. Oh, and they blew up, and he's actually floating in space. Now we haven't finished this battle yet, but one of the characters is actually like gonna die if they don't rescue him. But here's the cool thing. She, as you can see, this little character down here, she's now going to go run over to get this and launch it into space to go rescue him. But she's got to run through the ship, and I'm going to do like a roll for her to run through quickly, because every turn matters, because he's going to be choking in the vacuum of space. So he could die out there. That's how we're going to play this, man. I feel bad because this is a new player too. But he was, yeah. But these ships all got blown up, these starfighters. Here's the other ship, and parts of it have got blown up. But I should add just visually. I'm going to add some smoke in my little visual effect. And by the way, all these assets I have here are part of the game, so you can actually get these assets as well if you're doing like a virtual. I really wish this were red, the color red. I can do that later. Okay. So I just want to get the visuals going here, just for the fun of it. So they have shot up parts of the ship, and even they got shot here. And they're like bumming out because they lost that. But here's some critiques I have of them, and it's not even of them, because we haven't played in a while, so they haven't because of the holidays and just life. But this is this is the third season. They're on episode like 80 to 100. So I got to add up the first two seasons just to see how many episodes. But their ship, they just got a starfighter, which is now destroyed. That's how long that lasted. And they got to learn, and I like it because they got to learn how to use their starfighter the way I, think of it. And the secret is that they got to use their comm links and their piloting to continually add to the defense of that ship while they're flying around, evading gunfire, and then using that as a gun platform to shoot, basic firing at the other ship. They really, starfighters should be very defensive, because if they get hit, they're destroyed. And that's like the true in the when you see in Star Wars and stuff, or even in World War II, if the plane gets hit, there's a good chance it's going to go down. It's going to take, blow up or whatever. So to me, starfighters should be very defensive in their piloting, because their defense of their ships are high. But in this game, if you do comm links and piloting, both those roles, you get two roles. Those both can add to the ship's defense while you shoot away. So I should probably limit that. I should probably only have one of those rules, because if it's a single seat fighter, because the comm link should be for a comm links person, and then the flying should be the other one. Those are both like maneuver rules. During the maneuver, you're gonna maneuver in action. So I should probably do that. which is part of the rules, and I made it so that they could do both. Next time I'm going to remember not to do that. Anyway, in other words, every ship can have comlinks, where you're doing electronic warfare basically, and you can use that in whatever high roll you get. You can disperse those bonuses to the defense of the ship, to the shooting of the ship, and then same with piloting. So that makes multi-man spaceships better than a single seat fighter. But single seat fighters is a part of the game as well. So hope you're following me there. Anyway, I want to re-explain that. I had both of these pilots do their electronic warfare and their piloting. I think they should have only done their piloting. That would have also, like, the game would have gone quicker. But I remember not the game, but the turns. But not a big deal. But next time I will only have them do piloting and not the electronic warfare, because unless they're like a, you could be like an X-wing or a Y-wing, not an X-wing, but I don't know if a Y-wing has it, but whatever, a B probably has it, B-wing. But you can have two pilots, and then the other one could do the comlinks while you do the piloting. And then either one of them could do the shooting, or both could do the shooting if there's two guns in the ship, in the starfighter, like a B-wing. Anyway, point being, epic, awesome fight, but they had a complaint like, oh, Roy's getting hurt, oh my god, it's so dangerous, which is supposed to be. It's supposed to be harrowing. And this ship here is a gun frigate, so it's very heavily armored, so they were having a hard time damaging it. Yet they did. But one of its advantages too is it had many small parts. It doesn't have like a workshop and it's not meant for space, space exploration. It's meant for battles only. So this is a retaliatory pirate attack against them because they successfully defeated the pirates on this planet that's below them. So yeah, this is a retaliation, and I like that it's frightening them and they're scared and they can't, they're blowing up parts of it, but they're just not getting the essential parts like the drives and the engine, or they took out one engine, but there's 4 engines, 4 backups or whatever. So a great battle, but what I mentioned to the 2 engineer types in the game is, well, why don't we have a session where you all can upgrade your ship? So they're like, oh, it's first. Oh, they don't talk like that. They said, oh, torture. I think one of them said torture or something to do that, but because he's done it before and he had some failed rolls. But I think engineering, upgrading, and fixing things is relatively easy, but upgrading them, making them better, which you can do in the game, should be hard, and it should be costly and time consuming. So I'm gonna play it out like I'm them, and because he said it was hard and fun, so I'm gonna play it out live. You can see what I do. Hopefully I won't edit or record or stop and go, this sucks. But I'm gonna sort of play test it myself to see if that's true or not. And I need to, so I'm going to, let me go over the rules with you real quick. So this right here is a church they planted. It's floating above a planet. It's a really cool planet system. This other one, by the way, is a different planet. And this planet is where they originally have their church, their first church planet. It's a really cool planet where the people live on platforms floating above the ice world below. That's all mining. So I think it's a really cool concept. And all the mines are abandoned, so you can have all kinds of dungeon crawl type mines, because they still have infested mutated creatures in them because of the terraforming factory that is there. So that's still kind of going. It's underground or whatever. And these floating platforms are on there. They're all isolated and decaying because the planet was abandoned because there was a huge war. But the church has come here now to help them rebuild and help the people. And they're like little Jawas, but they're called togas. Anyway, so I'm going to do it here based like they come back here, parked here, and they're going to be upgrading, not repairing, upgrading the parts of the ship. Now, the ship's parts are all here in this little list. And in my game, you have your stats of your ship on the top here, and then you have the parts of the ship. And you can upgrade these parts of the ship, and you can upgrade the guns, and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. And those are the main things. And they even have a list of cool gear here that they got from Figo on another planet, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to focus on upgrading the ship, whether it's the armor, the controls. Like, see, he's already upgraded the controls of the ship to protect it more with a bit of power armor. This extra D4 here of the armor save here is an extra power armor. The regular ship has a D12, armor save, and a hull of 6 on every part of the ship. And here's 20 parts. And it's good to have 20 parts because then, less chance of something important getting destroyed. And, they might get their airlock. See, he got some damage here. And this, oh, by the way, all this damage is from that battle I was showing you. See, they have -6 to the gun here. Oh, so that means it's just not destroyed, but it's at like 0 right now, the hull. -2 to the airlock. But the next, if this gets hit again, it's going to be at destroyed, like the gun. The corridor is at -5. That's an issue. I will randomly sort of mark off a corridor if the fight continues, and then they have to go around, if that corridor blocks their way. So, in the game, what's her name's character, Slasher, is trying to run back. Here it is. She's trying to run back to the Carry E to go and rescue the pilot who's out there floating in space, choking. And here, Minevral is on the missile launcher, which is back here. He could jump into the space shuttle and pilot it out to help as well. I should mention that. Okay, so let me go back to the church at Flotsam and just say they're parked here and they're going to do some upgrades. They have to, in order to do upgrades too, they have to use their supplies. So I will open this up, and I'm not going to have, because I'm doing it here, I'm not going to have them use up the church supplies. They got to use up their own supplies. I'm just sort of doing that. They could role play where they ask the church for some supplies to help them. That's their gameplay thing. But I'm just going to do only their supplies, and I'm going to show them this and see what they think. And that might even I'm not going to give them. I think they should role play their own out. I don't think I should say, here, I did this for you, and now do you accept it or not? I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, let me just tell you the rules here. This is in the Christians in Space rulebook, and this is available on Amazon. But I wouldn't order it yet because the graphics that you see on this one are not in there, and I'm going to be adding this probably today. So maybe you could order it in a few days from now. But I'm adding the new the new background here. I just scribbled in my little doodling style here. Anyway, so the crafting or engineering, here's the rules over here. This is the simple rules. I'm going to use the advanced rules. Very simple though, very simple. Each upgrade of a die rank to any gear requires its own role, utilizing skills, supplies, the risk of failure, aid, inspired die, a workshop, whatever else that fits the task. The difficulty of the task correlates to the die rank, but it is not rolled. It uses the maximum number. So if you want to say you have something that's at D10 and you want to go to D12, 12 is the number added, though. It's added, the default is 12, then you add that maximum 12 there to it, so it's 24. So you got to be to 24 to get that D12 upgrade. Yep, you got to roll that. That's it. That's basically it. The difficulty of the task correlates to the die rank, but it is not rolled. It uses the maximum number. So +1 die rank or plus D4 to gear would have at least 12 plus the 4 equals 16. So it takes 16 to upgrade something to 1 die rank. 2 die ranks is a D6, so 6 plus 12 is 18. So it takes 18 to do that one. So that's the way I do it. Obviously, crude stuff like axes and hammers would be intellect 12 to make, but upgrading them would still correlate to have the above difficulty modifiers. And the reason I say that, the reason I believe that, say, you want an axe, right? And you want it to be 1 die rank, D4, plus D4. So that makes it a 16 difficulty. Well, let's say you want a laser gun and you want to add a D4, 16 difficulty. Why is it making an axe, 2 hit or damage D4? No, well, the damage will be more, but just 2 hit, an extra D4, and then a laser gun adding a D4, the same difficulty. Why would that be the case? Okay, here's why. Here's why I believe that's the case. A laser gun, when you're improving a laser gun, you're adding already pre-made low tech and high tech to it, right? It's already got things that you can do. Whereas an axe, you're literally having to finely tune it to yourself or whoever, finally make it. I feel like it's still got a difficulty, and probably as an axe, you're probably doing it in the old, as a blacksmith, not as a high tech whatever. But even if, let's say, you're a high tech person making an axe do that, you would have a lot. I still want the same difficulty. I like that number because you're fine tuning a little crude axe, and how would that work? It's still, you're still gonna need whatever. Now, if you could make it, and I'm talking like a one-on-one custom thing, You could obviously make a +1 die rank axe factory made. That's fine, but with automation. But you have to get all that set up as well. That right there is a whole engineering project, you know, to get an automation going where you just pump out +1 die rank axes. That's fine. You can do that. But for an individual doing it, I still think the difficulty numbers is still good. I still like it as a GM, as the game designer. Additionally, the die rank number is in hours of time to do it and on supplies needed to make it. So that's the part where I'm going to be thinking up some. If it's like 8 hours or whatever, I'm going to do a food, you know, a ration and supplies. Obviously, I'm going to do that. So you'll see what I'm doing here. Low tech, high tech, even tech spice supplies, whatever correlates to the gear that would be needed. And this is the GM's discretion type of thing. Improving crude armor will only need scrap. Gear is low tech and maybe one high tech. Improving a med lab will require high tech. Tech spice will be added for high tech and upgrades above 2 DR or so. Ooh, another thing I want to do with tech spice. I'm going to add this somewhere. I'm going to add this in here right now. Here's a new rule I just thought of. I thought of it a while ago, but I want to add it in here. A special. I'm going to just see where's a good place to put it. Tech spice special. I guess I will put it right. There's room here. All right. So what I'm going to do is text. You use tech spice. It's a requirement in a lot of the stuff. You know, tech spice is spice. The spice, like in sci-fi, it's a whole trope. The spice of Dune and Star Wars has spice, and I have tech spice, which could be used for drugs. It's used for anything. It's like the rare minerals, and it's also used in drugs and all the crap. But in this game, you do need them for the high tech stuff. But there's also another thing I wanted to use it for, and that is, you may, if you just want to add a tech spice, you can re-roll any of the dice pool results. So tech spice, tech spice. May spend one tech spice to re-roll any die in the dice pool, even after the total. Okay, so that's something very amazing about tech spice too, is the ability to re-roll any of the dice pool die. You know, if you have a dice pool of like 3 die 12 and a d6 and you roll 3 3 4 3, you're like, what? That's so frustrating. But if you have a tech spice, you may spend one and re-roll one of those and try to get a higher number. You may spend one tech spice to re-roll any die in the dice pool, even after the total. Total is known. May choose it. May choose it or not. So that's something special about tech spice. So that's a new rule. It's kind of homebrew, you know, but it's I'm going to add, now that I have the opportunity to add it in here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think that's a cool new rule because it's you know, really makes tech spice even that more special, because tech spice is, I want tech spice to have some sort of cool aspect to it. Okay, makes it powerful, and they have some tech spice too. All right, so there's the rules. Very simple if you think about it. Okay, so I need like a little notation here of what I'm doing, and I think I'm gonna use. I don't like the way notes are done here, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it just an object. I don't know. Take notes. Okay. GM notes per scene. All right, let me do that. This is going to be GM upgrade log. Upgrading log. All right. And okay. So what I'm going to do, I kind of just have to open this up, Oh, I got to use the character. So let me get the character out here too. I'm gonna improve these light lasers. Right, and we have here's their transport. Here's all their supplies on their transport. So I'm going to use their. I'm going to go ahead and just copy over what I need. So they have scrap. I don't know if I'll need scrap, but I might. Scrap 117. They have low tech 58, high tech 27, rations 26 because I might use up some of the food. Tech spice, ooh, 29. That's a lot. Tech spice 29. I consider that. But they also have low tech plus 1 DR 26. That's cool, you know. And they can they should get more of that. You know, that's like a magic, you know, magic items and stuff, like, you know. Okay, so let me get they also have machine tools plus 2 DR, so I'm going to use that. Okay, anything else here that would help them? No. Okay. So there's that. I think that's it for this. MedLab schematics. Oh, they can make a MedLab. I'm not going to worry about that. Ooh, I think my daughter's awake. I'm going to go see how she's doing. Let me. I'll be right back. I'm working on this. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let me. All right, so we got this list of stuff here. Let me change this scarp to scrap. Okay. So this is what they're going to use now. The rations to me is like every 8 hours they're going to. I would say every 6 hours they're going to cost them a ration. Maybe every 4 hours. Okay. All right, my dog's sitting here next to me. Okay, so what else? Okay, the character sheet. Let's see. Where is the engineer guy? Where is he? Where did he go? Here he is. Taino's character, or Taino, the character Taino. All right, let me open him up. Boom. All right. He has some skills here. Let's see, what does he got? Okay, he has machine tools plus 1 die rank. I'm going to be cool about that and let him use it. Oh, there's a workshop too. Workshop plus 1 die rank here too. The workshop has plus 1 die rank. See? Workshop plus 1 die rank. Okay. Okay. Now he's got some skills here. Let's get the skills down. I kind of want to put this all on my own page. Alrighty, here we are. Ship upgrade. Ooh, man. Okay, so he's got Taino skills. Ship upgrades. Intellect, which is 5 plus 5, and then 5 die ranks of skill. Ship weapons. Oh no, it's repair. Ship weapons upgrade. See, I made that different, and I appreciate him following along. He's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of like, yeah, right. But, you know, that we have different things for different parts of the ship, but not, I don't want to go too crazy with it, but I do, like, to me, ship weapons are different than the rest of the ship, because ship weapons are a pretty unique part of the ship, right? And the other parts I can sort of allow, like the bunker, the med lab, the science lab, the corridors, the airlock, the controls. You know, that's a lot too. Each one of those should be specialized, but I'm going to let those all be just ship upgrades. Ship weapons though, I'm going to do it differently because we have weapons, you know, as a unique thing for everything else. So I want those as well. Okay, so he's got those. He doesn't need repair at the moment. At least I don't need to look at that. I think that's it. Oh, he's got some high tech in here as well. So let me put those down as well. T. He's got 10 there for high tech. 3 rations there. I'll just put it in. 3. Low tech 8. You know, let's go ahead and maybe he's got him in there. I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. 8 there. Bot brain. Trade 5. Oh, he's got a bot brain. Okay, 2 scrap. That's not a big deal. 10 high tech. Did I write that down? Yes. Link geoscan upgrade. Okay. Laser burst, data for trade. Yep. I think that's it. I don't see any other bonuses. I mean, he could get all kinds of bonuses. He could get like a weapon ship upgrade data pad plus 5, you know, 2 die ranks. That's the great thing about this is that you can get all kinds of die ranks to go with this game, and it turns into a dice pool, and it slowly goes up, as far as the averages of your success, but it doesn't get crazy. It doesn't get like plus 15, plus 20, plus 30, like that. You turn it into a dice pool, okay? And I'll show you how that looks here in a second. But I think I've got everything here that he's going to be using. Now, we have another character who can help him in this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. I don't think I need anything else from this person as far as stuff here. Making sure, okay. I think that's good. So another person, Slasher, her character is very helpful, I think. Let me see here. Also, there's prayer. Like they could pray before they start upgrading. And that could add some inspired die that they could use for all of this. See? So there's all kinds of other things that could be used. Let me see here. She has aid plus 2D. Okay, so she has an aid. And she is into robotics, so I believe that her aid role can help him. Because she's a technical person as well. So I'm gonna go a little extravagant here and add this in. Aid plus intellect, because this is what she'll be using to help him. Plus 2 DR. Okay, now what else might help there? Use scanner. Oh, she's gonna want to use that. Plus 1 die rank. Boy. And they're going to use a scanner, so I'm going to give it to her. I'm going to put it in the scanner. I'm going to put it in the aid. See, this is how the game works, where you can continually look for and this is role playing. I'm like literally role playing. I'm doing solo, but the players could I've got this, I've got this, I got that. Can I use this? Can I use this? And they keep adding die ranks to the roll because they want. And I'll show you how this rolls out. Robo wrench. Ooh, that could help. Like she's using the med scanner, the robo wrench to help him, but she doesn't have any die rings in it, so never mind. If she doesn't have any die rings in it, I'm not going to give it to her. Ballistics engineer, that's for weapons. That's her shooting, but I'm not going to use it for this. It's not. So just this right here is all I can see. Not her women's intuition or mothering. Prayer plus. They could do a prayer beforehand. They could ask Mandavra to do a prayer. See, I could go. They could ask. I'm just gonna have them do the prayer. So she has a plus 1 prayer. Let me see what prayer he's got. I'm gonna roll this. He does not have any prayer skills, so I'm gonna have her pray. But I'm gonna give him a couple bonuses here for the prayer. The ship has a chapel plus 3 die ranks. They just spiffed that up. So spiffied it up. So plus 3 die ranks for that. Does she have anything else she can add to it? Does she have a Bible? Does she have a... Oh, she's got... Wow. 1 low tech of plus... Well, she'll save that for her own robot stuff. So she's not going to spend it for the ship. I don't think she has a Bible or anything. So I'm going to keep this pretty basic. She's got 5 die ranks. I'm not going to use that. So let's do a prayer real quick. She's going to pray and see if she can get any die ranks for the... So let's say she prays, she says something nice. I'm going to give her 2 die ranks, just discretionary based on the prayer. And then she has 1 die rank here. And then, so that's 3 die ranks. And then she has the chapel. So that's 3 more die ranks. So that's 6 die ranks. And, and then Taino's going to be there. So that's 7 die ranks. So that's an extra die rank for the corporate prayer in the chapel. So they're in the chapel, right here. And let me go ahead and move them there, just for my own visual. I love just having little miniatures, and I grew up with that, and so I'm very sort of. I don't like theater of the mind. I really don't. I have a very negative, but a negative view of it. I could do it, but I do have a negative view of it because I don't like the way. Theater of the mind. I shouldn't go off on this tangent, but theater of the mind to me is sort of lazy GMing, and it's kind of like where you just make up stuff on the spot, and you don't really. There's nothing you have to adhere to. When I put out a battle map, I have to adhere to it. It has to, for not exacto mundo, but closely adhere to it, and I can't just whippersnap stuff up on the fly. You know what I mean. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so they're in the chapel. I said 7 die ranks, I believe. So I have a couple of tools down here I'm going to use. Just, oh, that's not the one. That's die rank result. Which one is it? It's this one. So you put your 12 die ranks in. This is a tool. I'm going to make this available on my Substack. Subscribe Star. Like it's like Patreon. I'm going to try to do a Subscribe Star. You get all these tools you can put into Foundry. I haven't put it there yet, but I will. I only got 1 subscriber. That's how sad I am. Thank you, Luis. Anyway, so 12 die ranks, very simple though. It's divided by 5. It's 2 D12s and a D6, right? So calculate that out, and you see at the right here, D12, D12, and a D6. So that's the prayer for Slasher, not Taino, but for Slasher. So let me pull out the actual roll. Here it is. It's very simple though. It's your trait. This is a D20 roll, by the way, but your trait. And so Slasher's spirit is a 2. Put that there. And then, of course, I can put in the D12, and a D6. What's cool about this other tool is that it actually gets saved to your clipboard, and then you can just paste it in here. But anyway, this is the roll. So what this is it's going to roll a D20 plus her trait of spirit of 2, and then this is the die ranks of the prayer of the chapel. It's 7 die ranks, 5. No, wait. Oh, I put 12 in there. That's wrong. I'm sorry. I might have confused you. It wasn't 12 die ranks. It was 7. I don't know why I put 12 in there. Let me do that over again. Cancel. I don't know why I said 12. 7 die ranks is all she has. So calculate that out. It's obviously a D12 and a D6. Okay. And I put it in the, it's in the copies to the clipboard, that little script there. Her spirit is a 2. So this is the die ranks for the total die ranks of the prayer, of the chapel, of her skill, of him being there with her. They don't have a Bible or anything, so I don't know if any other. So that's it. No holy dice or anything. And I'm gonna roll whatever, and I'm gonna do another tool just for the fun of it. But basically, whatever is above a 12, half of whatever's above a 12 is the die rank result. That is the amount then that she can now disperse. Okay, let me just show you. So, 13 total. Yikes. All right, 13 total, just for the fun of it. I put in this tool, but obviously you can see it's just 1. So 0.5 die rank, so 1 die rank. So 1 die rank is now added to, here, I'm gonna do a little notation here. Prayer, 7 die ranks, total was 13, final is 1 die rank bonus. So this 1 die rank bonus is it's like in Dungeons and Dragons, it's like inspired points, but it's an inspired die rank or inspired die. So Taino, when he does his upgrading, will get 1 die rank he can spend on probably the first roll, and that's it. So their prayer is a little nervous. It's good. It's silly. It gets maybe a little giggly and silly. And they got work to do. All right, we got work to do. So he gets 1 little die rank, and I'm gonna go. So now we look at the ship. What is he gonna upgrade? Here we go. Here now we're getting into the nuts and bolts of this all. Okay. Let me bold this out so I can just see it. There's his skills. This is the whole roll, but we're gonna start adding stuff. I would love. Oh, this is the blessing. This is really cool. But it would be cool. Another cool tool I would love is this thing where you add die ranks. I might make another macro. I'm using Chat Aid or whatever one I'm using, ChatGPT, whatever AI, to make these macros, and it's really cool. And I've been learning how to do it. I've had to edit and change the macros. Like, let me see which one. Did I change anything here? I mean, I changed the names of these things, maybe to be more accurate than of what I wanted. I'm trying to look here. Which one? I changed some of the names. I changed the colors or size or whatever this thing. I figured out where that was all at. I made it red, changed the red thing here. All right. Anyway, let me do this. Okay. So I've got his skills here with his trait. I'm gonna improve. Okay, here's the first one I'm gonna do. Light laser D10. I'm gonna get that up to a D12, the damage. So that's pretty simple. 12 is a default, plus 12, because I'm trying to get it to D12, is a 24. I need to roll a 24. Alrighty. That 12 is going to be, I got to spend 12, it says 12 hours of work. That's tough. That's the way it works. I'm going to do, because he's basically, it's a very powerful weapon. Now he's going to try to make it a little more powerful, right? So he's got to test it out. You know, it's tweaking, you know, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to say 12 hours of work. I'm going to say, all right, I gotta make like a note here. I kind of want to make it side by side just so I can see the difference of the two. I'm going to make another note, but I'm going to incorporate it into this one eventually. So let me copy this, paste it, temporary. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, let me save this one. Temp use. All right, let me make sure I save this. And we got this is good. Okay, and then this one should be empty. Okay. All right, the reason I'm doing this is I want to just look on the side, do it on the side here, and then I'm going to copy paste it over here for the final. But I just want to be able to see this middle stuff pretty quick, easily. The assets. All right, light laser D10 to D12. So the difficulty is 20. Let's say difficulty number is 24. Sorry. So what am I going to use to do that? I'm going to use 12 being the difference. So 12. I'm going to say 6 scrap. 4 scrap. 4. See, I'm making this up right now. 4 low tech. And 2 rations and 1 high tech. That's it. Okay. So that's what it's going to cost to do it. I'm not going to do any bonuses. And now, so if I fail, I lose all that, and I don't get it. But I'm not gonna. And this specific player wanted. He did some failed rolls, so he was frustrated that why couldn't he, with each fail, the difficulty got a little easier. And he has a good point there. If I failed, why couldn't it be a little lower on difficulty? And I'm considering that option. I'm gonna not do it right now. That option, but I'm considering it. And I want to see how this plays out right now with me rolling, and just to see if it gets frustrating. But I do think, oh, my wife's home. I'm gonna just see how she's doing. But I do think that this is important for me to feel this out. But I do think that these upgrades are going to be difficult. Oh, let me talk to my wife real quick. All right. Okay, so the light lasers to me are they're very hard. They should be hard to upgrade. Everything on the ship should be hard to upgrade, not easy, you know, and fun. I think that's fun. Like you've got this, you know, they've collected these supplies here throughout their adventuring, and once he uses these up, they're going to need to get more supplies, and I think that's a great incentive and tool for adventuring, and missionary work and evangelism and doing their thing, and they can get some of this stuff via their churches too. And by the way, when I have some tables and stuff for getting stuff from the churches, but you as a GM could quickly just use common sense and make up things that make sense to them, and have them roll to see if they can get it. You know, it's just kind of keep it a little loosey-goosey in that sense. Don't feel like don't get stuck on like, oh, I should follow something. I should follow this or that table or that rule. Allow yourself to just sort of freeform it and give them stuff, but don't go crazy. And then you can even. And don't be a stickler to like your own ideas. Allow them to input as well, and be what sounds like common sense and fair for everyone, and happy. Make sure the players feel that whatever it is that you've offered them makes sense and they enjoy that. Now, obviously, I'm having this little tussle with my engineering player here, who wants things to be a little easier, and I'm playing this out to see if this is a little too torturous for him and me, you know. So, and it's something you always tweak. And I feel good about saying all this stuff like that I've created this game, but then I might change some of the things in it. You too should do that as well. That's an absolute fact in role-playing games. And there's a great video by Professor Dungeon Master who came recently. It really relieved me because it was something on my mind quite a bit. And I've seen it in games over and over anyway. But he quoted a lot of the original people, the Gygaxes and the makers of Dragonlance and all that none of them play their games as written, you know, and then, I mean, you look at it, Cthulhu is on its 7th edition, D&D's is on its 7th edition, technically, everything is continually changing, you know, so you shouldn't feel bad about constantly tweaking things here and there and making things that work for you. And I shouldn't feel bad about I published my game, but here I am looking at it again, playtesting, thinking about mulling over, the things that I've said. I tend to want to make things harder so that the players have more and more challenges. They tend to want things to be easier so they can get more and more. But to me, that's a fallacy in the sense of if you get things more and more easier, then what am I? What's the goal? I have to then make things harder and harder anyway. So the tussle is very strange. I think that as GMs and players, we should enjoy the difficulties. Like that should be part of your story, is how difficult things are, and failing to me is more fun and important than succeeding necessarily. You gotta fail a lot, and your character dies, and you try. I don't know. I enjoy. I'm a GM, so I enjoy the few times that I play. I enjoy that I fail. It just cracks me up. I don't cling to the my character surviving and succeeding. But anyway, that's just me. It's because I'm probably a GM. And I don't necessarily need to have a player survive and persevere. Okay, let's get to Slight Laser. Let's do this roll here. I think I'm not gonna put any of the cool stuff in there because I want to wait until I maybe do higher, tougher rolls, because 24 is probably the minimum roll. But let's say I got to use up all these basics. Okay, so I'm not going to tally that up just yet here. And then let me add up all my rolls here. I have a weapon upgrade here, right? This here is it. Let me put that in here. I haven't. That's a 5 for my intellect. I want to see how many. Does he have any of his own inspired die? He's got 4 there, so I'm going to give him those here as well. So 1 die bonus, so 5 inspired die he has. So or dice. So that's that's a given there. Alrighty, I'm going to do a basic roll just to see if he can succeed at this. So, but I want to add up all of his basic stuff. So let me actually, I do need to figure out all the basics. So he's got 5, 6, 7. Okay, sorry for the machine tools here. Actually, let me go ahead and bold out all the basics here. All of these bolded ones are his basic bonuses for the. Oh, she's got to do an aid. Okay, let me do her aid real quick. Okay, let me just have her do a basic roll here. Of this, so this is +3 3 die ranks, so that's just a d8, and I'm gonna just say above a 12 she needs to get for this for the aid of this, which is fine. I could make it a 24. I could make it the same number as this, which maybe I should, just to be mean. Let me look up that game aid rule just to see what I've said. You know what? I happen to have it right here. This is the game rule. Okay, let me go ahead and look this up real quick to see what I say about this. The basic aid is a 1 die rank. You could do that. Anyone can do the 1 die rank aid to anyone. But what she's doing, and I allow in this rule, in the rules here, is you can have an aid where you actually develop your aid skill so that you can, using the die rank result, anything above a 12 halved will be an additional die ranks. And I know she would argue, hey, that's all I get. It's only a 12, but I want to make sure what the rules say exactly. What did I write down? Now where did I put it? Who wrote this thing? Who wrote this mess? And where is this aid? It's got to be in here somewhere. Because I know I made this such a unique skill aid. And that's the thing. You can come up with any of the skills you want, but they should make sense to you in your game. All right, here it is. Increase aid to others by 1 die. So plus 1 die for. Okay. So apropos trait and plus die ranks. Roll for a die rank result to die rank to offer to an ally's endeavor. Well, that's not very much information there. I mean, it works. I don't say anything else, which is fine. I'm pretty sure though that I wrote it more involved in my Dark Ages one. Let me just look that up. I I don't want to like, if that's what I said in Crystal Space, then I'm going to have to keep it. But I'm very curious if I improved that, clarified that more, which I'm pretty sure I did. Let me look and see. I'm looking in my new Dark Ages book here, which is about to be released. I've actually clarified the aid thing. Very helpful aid. A special aid skill using the apropos trait. The DIR will give DRs to be helped. The helpers should have some basic knowledge to aid. Okay, I kept it simple. Fine. That's the rules. Basic DIR. So above a 12. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. Let's do that. No, forget it. You know. All right, here we go. I mean, as far as like some high tech stuff, I'm not gonna make it harder. Okay, so. But if she rolls below 12, that could be a penalty. Here we go. Oh, that was almost a 1. Wow, 30. Really? A 30? That's so lame as a GM. 30. Wow. Okay, so now 30. Here's the direct result. 30. Now, obviously, I can just do it on my head. 18. Half of that is 9. Someone's calling me. Just a sec. I got a phone. Okay. Oof, got a phone call there. It's only 20 minutes later. I don't know whether. Okay. I rolled her help, and she rolled 30. So what I have here is my little fun tool, because sometimes in the game, they'll have a number. I'll have I gotta figure out the number. It's not that big of a deal, but I just made this little tool. This is a very simple tool. Boom, and 9 die ranks. So her aid gives him 9 die ranks for this roll, but I'm going to be a little lenient and say he can use these for, you know, a few of these laser rolls. Although, you know what? He can use it for this one. I got to be totally cool about this, because she can roll it again for the next one. So let's do it. Let's just do it this way. So he gets 9 die rings from her. Oh, let me pull up her aid, which is this. I just want to bold that so I can have that handy as well. This is a little tough. Heading 3. I'm just trying to, so I can easily see this. Tano upgrade rolls. Okay, let me move this above here. Sorry, I'm just sort of organizing this here just to see it all. Know what I got. Okay. All right. So she just rolled for this notes here. Slasher aid, 9 die ranks. Okay. All right, here we go. He has a total now of 3, 4, 9 die ranks himself. So, 9 die ranks. Normal. All right. So, 18 die ranks. I think he's going to succeed. I think he's going to succeed at this. She's helping him out. She's doing a lot of handy stuff. She's an inventor herself, so I'm allowing just a basic aid skill roll there. And then he has 9 die ranks himself. And her 9 die ranks was a good roll, by the way. So, she really was helpful. Maybe because, you know, she's into... And I would love for her to describe, like, oh, I'm in, you know, I shoot light laser myself. I'm an inventor. I know all this stuff. I'm using my robo wrench. I'm helping him out. I'm making sure we're testing it out. You know, she's testing over here. He's testing over there. Blah blah blah. All right. They got 2 rations here. They took a couple of breaks here for lunch and for, you know, and snacks and water and getting plenty of fluid in them. Some vitamins and nutrients. Okay, 1 high tech, 4 low tech, 4 scrap is what I said. Okay, so he has 18 die ranks. See, 18 die ranks, and here I'm going to calculate it out. Obviously, it's divided by 5, so it's 3d12 and a d3 or d8 rather. So let me just see, 18 die ranks, right? 3d12s and a d8. Okay, right there at the bottom, it's copied to my clipboard. I can now put it in here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just D12, 3 D8s, and right? Yep. Look at that. I wonder if I can go further than that. Ooh, that's the most I can do. Ooh, that's a concern. Did that even work? I don't even know if that... Okay, so it shows it. It's just not going to show it on the screen. Yeah, okay. So let me redo that. All right. Let me just delete that one. That's just me testing it. It's interesting. I'm going to have to make this window bigger in case I need to go beyond that. Anyway, so he's got a +5, and I said 18 die ranks, which is that. It's copied in the clipboard. That's it. Here we go. He needs to get a 24. And if he goes really high above it, I will allow that to be a bonus to the next invention roll or upgrade roll. That's sort of similar, and obviously he's going to do another similar. Here we go. 22. I didn't make it. Oh, I did not make it. Look at that. Wow. Could have made it. See, this is what I love about this. You're not always going to make it. He failed. Yeah, 22. Now, he could spend a tech spice right now, one tech spice, and re-roll one of those rolls. The dice pools, but he got an 11 there. Yeah, see, if he rolled, it's going to be a risk. So, I'm not, okay, it's a fail. All right. Rolled 22, fail. Oh, okay, so I'm not going to do, now I know he would say, he would critique it, and it's like, I should be able to lower the difficulty of it because of how close I got. And I'm going to say no, because of the rules. And I don't disagree with what he's saying there too. And I'm curious if that should be part of the game. But I'm going to keep it like this for now, just for simplicity's sake, because I could argue the other way. Like, well, you don't know what part you failed on, you damaged this, so you got to, whenever somebody does an experiment or does a thing, they could get closer to the solution, but they could also just mess up and screw it up as well and get further away from the solution. They could be, I could argue either way. I could argue that they're going down the wrong path with the engineering thing when they should have done this all along, or blah, blah, blah. There's that kind of thing. And I don't think you get closer and closer to the solution necessarily. You could get further and further away. So there's argument for either direction, but it's just continual trial and error until you get it done. That to me is the consistency there. The consistency is that you keep trying until you get it done. It doesn't mean that every time you try, you're getting necessarily closer to the answer or to the solution. It's more like you trying over and over. Okay, let's do it again. So he lost all that, doesn't get the upgrade, fail. Okay, doing it. He's gonna do second try. Same thing. Here we go. So that they're frustrated, blah blah blah, and this is time has passed, same cost. I don't want to put anything else into it. Slasher is going to do her aid. All right, let me put that in. And her roll is this right here. So let me roll that real quick. It's 3 intellect and a D8. No, I'm not going to add any inspired die or anything, because we're just trying to get a basic light laser improvement. So her aid to him. Ooh, another high roll. Is a 26 minus 12 is 14, 7 die ranks. So let me put that there. 7 die ranks. Okay, so let's try that. Same roll for him, which is 9, so 16 die ranks. Let me go ahead for the fun of it and use the die ranks to dice pool. So 16 is that. So it's a little less than the other, but not, it's a D4 instead of a D8. Right? 5, 5, 5. That's 15 die ranks, and 1 is 16. He's got a 5 intellect. I feel like he's going to succeed, because you got to succeed at some point with such skills and aid and machine tools and workshop. Here we go. Okay, this one looks like it's going to do it. 24. See? 13 and a 6, and this is kind of a low roll too, by the way, or an averagely low. So he accomplished it. So done. Oops, let me get that back on here. Light laser D10 to D12. Done. Alrighty, let me bold that out. That's as in that was accomplished. Then I'm gonna do this. I'm just sort of formatting so I can see what I've been spending on this. Okay, next one. Oh, let me do a heading here for the fun of it. All right, let's do the next one. The next one is going to be the heavy. Let me see. Oh, do this one's easy. Launcher plus, so it's no die ranks on the launcher there. If you can see that. We're going to improve the launcher aiming. 2 plus die plus, and you can only do one at a time. So 1 die rank, so plus D4. So that's a D4. So it's a 16. All he needs is 16. So difficulty number equals 16. This is going to be easy. So let's do slasher aid. Oh, so 16 is 4. So 4 is the added to the 12. So that's all he needs for the aiming. So I'm gonna say literally, it's like you're just adding a little markers, or like little. I'm gonna be sort of simple about this. 2 scrap. Let me do 2 scrap. 1 low tech, no high tech. I'm like, this is silly. Just the first 2 low tech. That's all. That's all he needs to fix the launcher so it's a little better aimer for the rockets and stuff. So that's it. All right. And it's 4 hours. I'm naming no rations, nothing. So the roll, let's do Slasher's aid. She's of course going to help him for everything, and that's fine by me. Same roll for her, same fun roll. 3 and a D8, and here we go. Above a 12. 19, so 7 above a 12. Half of that is 3 die ranks, so 3 die ranks. 3 die ranks, so his roll is 9 plus 12. This should be fine. A 12 is easy enough, but let me go ahead and put in 12. D12, okay, D12, D12, D6. And we copy paste that there. He's got a 5 intellect, which is nothing there is changing. Got a beat of 16. There we go. 17, 33, 33. Ow. Yowza. 33 above 16. Okay. I'm noting this 33 above 16. Now the reason I'm noting that is because I'm going to give him the die rank result bonus for that. Why am I doing that? I'll explain it. So I got to put in the 16 here for the difficulty, and then he rolled a 33. Oops. So the 8.5, so 8 die ranks. He gets to keep that. Now he can take it off of he can reduce these if he wants. He can take off the 2 low, each die rank could reduce the low tech and scrap, but those to me are cheap. So he's going to save that for the next roll of what he's going to do. So the launcher is now very cool. Launcher plus 1 die rank. Done. See? So that's how this works. That was simple enough. Pick low-hanging fruit on that one. Let's do launcher plus 2 die ranks. Oh my gosh. See? DN is now, so 6 plus 12 is 18. 18. Okay, let's do that. See? This is how this nerdiness, fun nerdiness works. That's a heading 2. For some reason, I made it that way. Okay. So that's going to be 12 above 6 is 6. So it'll take him 6 hours to work on this. He wants to really tighten that up. So 2 scrap, 2 low tech, 1 ration, and 1 high tech. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay? Like that. Food. Gotta have lunch break. Next day kind of thing. So this is, this is over a period of weeks and months of gonna, and he's using up all this stuff here to do it. All right. And obviously wisely, intelligently, his character chose to be this type of character. And so I've got to really show him how this is how the game works. This is the system. Okay. So the die rank is 18 now. So that's a 2 die rank launcher now is a D6. If you didn't have any other bonuses, and so he needs to be an 18. So let's have Slasher aid first. Now remember, she could roll lower and mess it up, but she's really helpful. And an aid skill that's really helpful whoever has that aid skill, they should have a knowledge of the skill. Like I wouldn't want her to do an aid skill where she's doing medical, because I don't think she has any medical skills. I mean, if she does, then great. I don't want her. Her basic aid skills, she can do anything. But for this addition, enhanced aid skill, you have to have knowledge in that area to do it. So, broad knowledge in that area. Like I wouldn't let her do farming, general aid skill, unless she had some knowledge in it. Okay. Anyway, she could do a basic 1 die rank for farming, but not this powerful one. All right, she has a +3 and then a D8, I believe. All right, here we go. Roll her aid skill to him. 17 minus 12 is 5, so 2 die ranks. See? Now she can get lower too, which is not going to be good. That'll be a penalty. And he has to roll it. They're committed. They're doing it. Her aid right here is at the same time that he's doing his roll. So that's the, you got to put it that way. All right. So she's helping him, and he's going to do his roll, and he gets the 2 die ranks from her, the 9 die ranks from him. So he has 11 die ranks. So let me just, for the fun of it, use the die ranks to dice pool, just to show you. So 11, and that is a D12, D12, D4. All right. He's got a 5 here, and that's the highest, plus the D12, D12, D4, and he needs to beat an 18. Roll. Did it. 25. Oh, I forgot about the 8 die ranks here. All right. I'm going to be cool since I forgot it. That's fine. I'm going to let him carry that over to something else, which is totally fine. I accept. So he rolled a 25. He needed an 18. That was a 7 above, so he gets 3 more. Luncher. Oops, let me capitalize that. I'm going to be cool about this. Done. Plus, what did I say? 18, 7, 3 more. 11 die ranks. Let me put that down just to remind myself here. All right, I'm definitely going to show him this. Okay. I want him to role play this out, but I'm going to keep going because I'm enjoying this. So, all right, now I'm going to use these 11 die ranks. So since I know I have these 11 die ranks, I'm going to do something harder. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm going to, so if you look at the stats here, I don't know if I can. Light laser D12 is the damage. Far is fine. Auto 3 is how many times you get to shoot. The first shot is aimed. The second 2 are just D20, rolls. Very, very raw rolls. And if something has a defense above 20, you got to hit it nat 20 or higher to hit it. AP of 2. This reduces the armor save of the thing you're hitting. AP 2. I can increase those. And if I choose to, I'm going to have to do the 12 here plus the 2 if you go to 3, the 3 there. So it'll be 15. So I think I want to do that. I want to make this almost like a heavy laser weapon. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm literally turning this light laser into a heavy laser weapon. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But it has auto 3. So there's that. So I'm not gonna add the 3, but I will add this one. If he wants the AP 2 to go to a 3, I'm gonna say 12 for the damage and then 3 for the AP 3. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. That's fun. That's 15. 12 above 15 is 19 or 29 rather, right? So let's do it. Let's have fun here. Light laser, D12, AP 2 to AP 3. I think that's a cool one. Another thing you can do is add a to hit, which they don't have, which I might do that next. Again, I will stick with the D12 for this and then add the D4 for the to hit, the 1 die rank. All right, AP 2 to AP 3. So I'm going to have the 12 of the damage and then the 3, so it's 15. Equals difficulty. 15. 15 plus 12 is 27. So I want to name this just difficulty because I don't have, DN is not something I use in a game. So like that acronym or whatever. So difficulty, I used to have trial rating or TR, but I noticed none of the players used it or remembered it. And so I thought trial was really cool because it's like Christian trial rating, but no one ever like used it. So I just stopped using it myself, so whatever. All right. Okay, this is a tough one. AP2 to AP3. That's 12. I said 15, right? 15. Yikes. That's a lot. It's 15 hours. So I'm going to say 3 rations, 3 scrap. Because scrap could be like, I need it to cover the area while I work on it. You know, like cardboard scrap on the ground or metal scrap on the ground, or, you know, it could be like that kind of thing. Oops, I need to put it all. I know for some reason I do one word. 3 rations, 3 scrap, 3 low tech, so that's 9, 2 high tech, 10, 9, 10, 11, 1 tech spice, that's 12. I'm not going to go above that, so I'm going to go ahead and do 4 low tech, 4 scrap. So I think that's 15. I generally try to do, you know, these things first and then go down from there. 8, 10, yep, 15. Nope, that's 16. 10, 13, 14, 15. Wait. 10, that's 14. Let me make this. There. Okay. 1 tech spice. I probably need to add up these totals here to make sure I'm pretty sure I haven't gone over what they have because they have a ton. All right, so he's 11 die ranks though, so he's going for something more intense, which is the, so let's do the slash rate first. Ooh, she better roll good here because we need some die ranks. Okay. So she has a 3 plus a D8, whatever above a 12. Okay. 20, wow, 4 die ranks, okay. 4 die ranks. All right, here we go. This is the roll. He's got 15 die ranks plus his 9 is, ooh, I think we're going to go overboard here. 15 plus a 24 die ranks. He's going to, this is like, can I even fill 24? There it is. It's on the clipboard. So I'm going to paste that into the thing. I'm not going to be able to see it all, but it's there based on what I saw. Okay. This is 5. Oh, okay, I can see it like this. No? Oh, yeah. It switches. Okay, cool. Man, I wish I could make that window bigger. So, but whatever, that's fine. You can see it. All right, here we go. This should, you know, some of these dice should explode so that it goes above 27. Now, I'm not going to see that in the result. I gotta look for the exploding dice and add it myself because I don't have an exploding die thing in this tool. Okay, I'm pretty sure we made it. Yeah. So 35, and that's not even counting the exploding die of 9. So we actually did 44 because it's 19 plus the 11 here, which is 30. Yeah, plus 5 for the intellect. So 35. Plus this 9 over here because it exploded. So 44 is the result. 44 is the result. Let me put that in the die rank result. This is a 27. This is a 44. 8 die ranks left over. Now, I could use that to take away the tech spice as opposed to giving myself extra dice points. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to keep those 8 die ranks for the next thing? Okay, light laser, D12, AP 2 to AP 3. Done. See, this is freaking cool. They're getting more awesome stuff. I mean, let me bold that out too. Man, I'm excited. You know, so let me tally up the amount of stuff used. Is this all? Is this all I've done? Wow. Yeah, this takes time, huh? All right, let me add these up. 4 scrap, 4 scrap. 2 scrap. Wait, where's the failure? Oh, fail here. Let me put this fail in here somehow. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out a best way to do this. I want to get rid of this. Turn this off. Okay. Fail. Second try, same thing. Okay. So, all right. Scrap is 10, 12. Oh, I want to do it the way I did it up here. So let me, wait, what am I doing here? Okay, that's the way I did it. Let me do it the right way. So I'm trying to just, do the right formatting here. I'm kind of going back and forth here. I thought I did it the other way. Let me, 4 scrap, 4 low tech, 3 rations. I love this. I am falling in love with this. Could be biased, I don't know, but this is so like, yay, and I want, look, so Luis and Grace, I hope you watch this. I'm just enjoying doing this. But look at this. This is like the potential now of your ship. You can do this to your ship. You can upgrade all these parts. You can even go to the workshop and upgrade it. Let's do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. just in this fun rolling thing here. But I want to add up the how much scrap I've used. So, or all the stuff I've been using up. So, let me do total supplies so far. Okay. 4. Okay. 10, 12, 16 scrap. 16 scrap. Low tech. 8, 10, 12, 16. Low tech. Okay. Rations. 4, 5, 8. 8 rations. All right. And then high tech. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 high tech and 1 tech spice. All right. So total so far. There we go. I don't want to do a heading. Bold. I want to see it though. Like I want to know it's there. Okay. Look at that. Is that cool or what? Okay, I don't need that. Whew. All right. I'm gonna do another one. I want to do another one. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me do the workshop. That's easy. +1 die rank. Let's go to 2 die ranks. But I got 8 die ranks there. I want you to do something harder. I'm going to do heavy laser, D12, D4, or auto 3. That would make that thing brutal. No, wait a minute. I know what I want to do. I want to do heavy laser +1 die rank to hit. So give them plus die rank because you want that thing to hit. Same with the light laser one. But let me do the heavy laser. Let's do that. Heavy laser. D12 plus +1 die rank to hit. Okay, so that's gonna be hard, but that's the whole point of this thing. That's going to be 12 plus 4, 16, 12, and 12 is 28. All right. Equals difficulty 28. All right. So, whenever you do a gear upgrade, you always look at all the die ranks that are there. I ignore all the other factors like the auto and the AP unless you're going to do it. But I just look at the die rank. So if the die rank of damage is D12, then it's a 12. And this is for upgrades. Not repairs are different. You can roll the repair damage for the damage and all that using rolling dice for the difficulty. But because it's random, But upgrades to me is like a permanent upgrade. So you pick the highest, of their die rank numbers. Okay. So this is the +1 die rank is just a D4 technically. So that's a 4. So 4 and 12 is 16 plus the default of 12 is a 28. So that's what I need to increase it so that this heavy laser has a +1 die rank. Okay, here we go. What do I need? Okay, Slasher needs to do her aid. Let's do that. Alrighty. She does. I don't need a. You know, I don't want to spend any inspired die or anything. Oh, do we have prayer? 7 die ranks. Oh, final is 1 die rank. Okay, so I'm gonna use the 1 die rank right now. Well, I'll do it for Taino, not for Slasher. But anyway. You know what? Let's just use it up in her prayer for the fun of it. So it is a make her D8 a D10 there. So this I'm using it up right now. Roll above a 12. Ooh, 11. Oh man. Inspired. Use prayer inspired die up here, but failed. -1 DR. Okay, so what do? I just take it off of this 8 DR. So instead of a +8 DR, he's going to get a 7 DR. That's simple enough. Okay, so there's that. Let's do the roll. So the roll is 9 plus the 7, because I'm going to take 1 off for this thing. Oh, wait, is this 11 too? Oh, there's an 11 and an 8. All right, I'm going to use them both up. Yep, I'm going to use them both up. Because you kind of have to, I have to use them for the next roll. I can't save them for later, technically. And I'm only using it this and this because I forgot to use it. So I'm gonna I'll just use it now. So 19 is now 19 is now 18 die ranks plus the 9. So I went for something hard. I should have gone for something harder, but there's not really a whole lot more I can go that's harder. The controls one here, I could have done this a D6, you know, D12 and a 6 there, but I'm just gonna stick with what I got here. Whatever. All right. So here we go. So what I have, I said 19. So 18 die ranks, and the 9 is 27 die ranks. 20. Hey man, we're having fun. 27 die ranks, man. You know, and that's, to me, that makes sense. He's in a groove. See, that's the improvement. Oh, there it is. He says, when you succeed at something, I think you get another bonus for the next time you do it. When you fail at something, I don't think you should lower the difficulty. There's my take on this. So this is the total bonus he's going to get of dice pulls. And remember, now, obviously, I'm sure he's going to succeed because he's really on a roll. But remember, there's once here, he did it and he failed. So there's a chance to fail. And look, not many. He's doing pretty well. But most of these are pretty low anyway. But let's go for this. Let's check this out. So he's got a 5 intellect. He's a super smart, super skilled dude. There's the full dice pool there. Let's roll it. And he needs a 28 to succeed, and some of these dice are going to explode. So I gotta figure that out. Okay, he rolled an 18. 35. He succeeded. There's a 12. There's a 9. There's an 8. So we're gonna add a 17 to this 35. 17. Wow, to this 35. Okay. 17 to this 35. Because he already succeeded at that. Let me, this one, timer result. 35. No, sorry, 28 here. What's 17 plus 35 is, that was a huge roll. 45, 52 here. This is the difficulty of the heavy laser to improve it. He rolled a 52. See, that's what I love about exploding dice too. You get these exploding dice, but he used, and this number is exceptionally odd because I doubled the bonus roll because I forgot to do it, and that was my bad. I'm not gonna reroll. As a GM, I'm in charge of when these things get implemented. If I forget and they remind, So this number is an oddball number, but the 12 die ranks. Okay, so this gets to use it. Heavy laser D12, +1 die rank to hit. Done. And the +12 die ranks is because of my mistake as a GM by not implementing it early on. So, I forgot to add the cost, but let me go ahead and put that in real quick. Now this I'm going to put in. This doesn't really matter. Okay, so heavy laser targeting. I said it was 16. So I'm gonna make a call here and just do the 1 die ranks because the D12 is already there. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because this one, I did it for that. You know, I probably should have just made it for this one, but whatever, I'm gonna leave it. But this one, I'm gonna just do the one die rank, so that's 4, because I feel like, you know, I'm not gonna, this is, D12 is not changing. The reason I did it here is because I just didn't think about it, but also I feel like the AP has to do with the damage, you know, making this hotter, more piercing, whatever. I don't know what that, whatever. I'm just making it up in my head here. But I'm just gonna do 4. So, and it's for targeting, so I think 2 low tech and 2 high tech, because it's like a whole targeting system unit there that you're establishing there. I'm actually going to make it 3 low tech and 1 high tech, because it's just a 1 die rank. Alrighty. And no food. Okay. There it is. I'm just admiring what I'm doing here. Alrighty. Now, here's the thing. In order to improve the damage on these light lasers, they too are going to be like a D4, D12, D4. Pick the highest. So it's not going to be power, it's going to be D12, D4. How do I implement power into these light lasers? I don't think I ever would, but could I do that? What is power? Power is generally like power armor. Plate mail is a D12 armor save, right? You get a D12, you get to roll that and reduce your damage. Power plate mail or power armor is a D12 plus D4 or D12 plus D6. So it's real, you know, it's a power thing. I don't have power weapons except for like a power sword. The sword does damage plus the power of it, but I don't have powered light lasers. Will I? I don't know. I've never done it. And it could be a technology. I just haven't really thought about it. I would just leave it for later. I don't want to do it right now. I could do it as an additional add-on, you know, like if you encounter an advanced crazy AI that has powered, like I could see the Necron, what do I call them? They're not Necrons. That's 440k. I call mine Dreadbots. The Dreadbots, I could see them just eventually coming up with power laser weapons. But I haven't done that in this game right now, so I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna focus on all the things that are just available to here. So, all right, I vaguely know what I was doing here. My wife interrupted me. I think I was talking about the power stuff. So then I'm gonna go back now to what I was doing because she totally distracted me. So what am I doing? I've got 12 die ranks of bonus here that I can use on the next upgrade. What is it that I want to do? Oh, I want to add armor to things. And actually, adding armor is tough because it's a D12 plus a D4. I think I want to do that. I want to do that. We have an engine drive. We have engines, hull 9, hull 15. All right, I'm going to add D12, D4 armor to this engine right here. Let's do that. Engine with hull 9, D12 plus. That's power, by the way. This is power, but it's power armor. So it's adding extra shielding. So this is going to be very high tech, and but I'm going to keep the basic. For me, this type of power is common to the game as opposed to like a laser weapon having power. So, and you know you can decide that for yourselves as well. So what am I saying? Just to repeat myself. Most weapons will have a D12, D4, pick the highest. If it's power, you add them together, so it makes it more powerful. Armor has it commonly in the game, power armor, power swords, power axe, but weapons do not. They don't laser weapons and stuff. They don't have power to them. Like I said, Dreadbots might reveal it in some future game, but not right now. So engine hull with 9, D12, D4. Upgrade to power armor plus D4. So that's going to be a 16 added to 12, which is 28. Okay. All right. That is a new thing. So let me put a heading on it. Let's do it. So it's going to be 4 points, and the 4 points is going to be 3 high tech, 1 tech spice because it's power. And again, I'm a GM, just arbitrarily thinking of it, but using sci-fi to it, sci-fi concepts. So, all right. So basically, he's adding shielding to the armor component of the ship. So he's got 12 die ranks here. And he's got... Slasher's going to do her aid. That's fine. I still accept. She's an inventor herself, so I accept her doing this roll. All right. She's just got her basic roll. Where's the tool? Where'd it go? There it is. All right. 3d8. Roll above a 12. This is how helpful she is. 20. So 10. Half of that is 5 die ranks. All right. So we've got 17 die ranks plus his 9 is 26 die ranks. I gotta do what I gotta do. 26 die ranks. All right. Well, what is that? What is 26? 26. That's a lot. All right. Here we go. Let me paste that in. Plus 5, and roll is gonna be so high. Ooh, okay. Look, it's a low roll. He failed. See, it can fail. That's what I'm saying, man. Look at that. 13, 5. Look at that. A fail. That's what I love about this. You can still fail. He failed. Rolled a 23. No exploding dice. That is amazing. You seen it right here, man. Oh my gosh. None of them did it. Total fail. Wow. That's what I love about this. This dice pool thing. Boom. So he lost all those bonus, and think about it. You lose your momentum too, right? Because he lost all this carrying over of these bonuses. So he lost the momentum here. He can still keep going though. And I'm going to do it just for the fun of it. I'm gonna do it again. Let's do it again, because I really want to get this done. All right, retry. How did I say it above? Second try. All right, second. Now he might add some other ranks there. We'll see. Second try of engine armor, power armor upgrade. Okay. Same thing. There was 28. I just love this. I love that it failed and that, dang, he's got to start over. So now he may want to add in some other stuff. So it costs 3 high tech, 1 tech spice. He's trying to, she can do her aid. Let's just have her do it. Okay. What do we do here? 8. Okay. I'm kind of going, thinking of other things as well, or other things in here I'm thinking of. Oh, wow. Look at that. 28 minus 12, 14, 7 die ranks. Okay. She's really focused, really going to help him now. They failed the first one. Something went wrong, didn't work, shorted out. No damage. None of these have been a nat 1, so that's been cool, because I could damage if they do a nat 1. All right. So 16 die ranks. 16. I already know what it is, but let me just, for the fun of it. There you go. D12, and a D4. Let me paste that in. Oops. Paste that in. There we go. That's the actual amount. 5. Here we go. Needs to be to 28. Oof. Well, did beat it and exploded. All right. 25. Oh, didn't beat it, but exploded. 36. Whew. 36. So made it, and plus a bonus of 36. The die rank result is 28 here, and this is a 36. I mean, I could easily do it, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my little tool. 4 die ranks. Okay. So engine hull 9, D12 plus D4, and I put an asterisk there for power. Done. And 4 die ranks. 4 die ranks extras. So that's the only reason he had the high die ranks here before is because I Remember, I doubled up on the thing there, on the die rings, because I forgot to use it as the GM. Okay, so I think this is a long enough video. Wow, hour and a half. I have had fun for an hour and a half doing this. Man, this is just fun. I just love this. And now the ship has better stuff, cooler stuff, and and it can go on and on with more upgrades. And we're spending the total here. Let me move this total down. Or let me add up the stuff below just to get it all together. 3. Okay, so 18 there. High tech is 7, so 12 there. And tech spice is 3. Okay, I think I did all that. Let me move this down as the running total down here. All right, let me save it. Oh man, this is just awesome. I just think this is awesome. So light lasers. This is a D. It's a D12. We got an AP3, more firepower. We got a heavy laser. This got an extra 1 die rank to it. We got the engines now with a really good armor save, so it doesn't get destroyed. This one has a hull of 15, so it means it has a lot of extra hull around the drives, really protect it. 15 is pretty good. We could do more to that, blah blah blah. But I've been going at this for an hour and a half, and I love it. I think this feels like solo play. Anyway, so I'm gonna post this video, let you guys check this out. I'm gonna give this to the players just to let them see what I was doing here. I don't know, I have to explain it to them or let them see the video, but I love this. But anyway, all right, in the game of life, everybody, roll holy dice. This is just me deep delving into the Christians in Space ship upgrading, and that's how this is played out. And I would love to sit here with a 3-hour session with the players and go through stuff like this with them. Anyway, game of dice is everybody roll holy dice.